नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Everybody chant loudly. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. श्री सीमांतद्वीप धाम की जय, जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय, श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय, सीमांती देवी की जय, जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई की जय, सुदर्शन चक्र भगवान की जय, कोलवेचा श्रीधर की जय। हरे कृष्णा। So welcome all of you to the holy place of Simantadvipa. This is one of the closest dwipa or island next to Antardvipa. This is also called as Simulia, which is not different from Jagannath Puri. Jagannath Puri is manifested here in Navadvip Dham, in Simantadvipa. It consists of many places of ancient history. It consists of Senadanga, Brahmana Pushkarini or Vamana Pushkarini, Rajaputa, Mullapada, Vishnunagar and Saradanga. And there is one more place called Shabar Kshetra. And you are sitting in Shabar Kshetra. I will tell you the story, how it is called Shabar Kshetra. Story number 1 of this place. Very ancient story. There was one demoniac king called Kala Pahad. And he became very anti-Hindu. But what happened was his mother, when she was a young woman, she was kidnapped by his father and he married her. When he married her, the Hindu community, abandoned her, disowned her from their community, because she was so-called contaminated by the Muslim king. So Kala Pahad, when he grew up, he became very envious of Hindus and he broke all the Hindu temples. He did forceful conversions from Hindu to Islam. And then he was going to attack Jagannath Puri Dham to destroy the temple of Lord Jagannath. At that time all the devotees, they gathered in front of Jagannath and they prayed to Jagannath, please, we want to take you away, protect you. So the Lord spoke to them and he said, I don't have any fear from anybody, nobody can touch me or my temples, but I am too much overwhelmed by your love and prayers. So to fulfill your desires, your chief pujari can arrange for me to travel from here. And you know that Shabaras are the community in Jagannath Puri. Out of 119 different groups of people who serve Lord Jagannath. How many? 119 of different castes are there, right from Brahman to Shudra. So Shabaras are supposed to be in the lower category, but they are allocated service of moving Jagannath from one place to another. When the Lord Jagannath is moved from one to another place, Rath Yatra is the most common place. But Snan Yatra also he is transferred from temple to Snan Vedi. Many other times also, but these are main 2 occasions, and this service is allocated to Shabara community. The Shabara community was called and then they arranged for the Lord to be transferred from that place in the middle of the night. And then the Lord traveled for long distance. He was being served on the way many times, very beautifully and lovingly and safely. When the Lord came here, he again spoke to the chief pujari. He said, this is my place. I want to stay here only. So then the place was called as Shabaradanga or Shabar Kshetra, because the Shabaras stayed here and served the Lord. This was in, I think, much ahead of time in ancient history of Satya Yuga. Then, in the course of time, Lord Jagannath became unmanifest from here. In 7th century, there was another demoniac king called Raktabahu, and he also was attacking Hindu temples, and he did a lot of atrocities, destroyed temples in Orissa. Again, the devotees prayed to Lord Jagannath, and the Lord Jagannath said, okay, take me away from here. So, again Lord came here. This is second time. First time it was in the king Kala Pahar's time. Second time Lord came from Jagannath Puri over here. And again he told, okay, this is my place, this is Jagannath Puri, I want to stay here. Story number 3. In 16th century, just now, when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was already performing his pastimes, there was one devotee called Jagadish Ganguli. What is his name? Jagadish Ganguli. So Jagadish Ganguli was a very ardent devotee of Lord Jagannath. And all the people staying over here would travel 900 kilometers by foot from here to Jagannath Puri for the festival of Rath Yatra. Every year the villagers would travel by foot and Jagadish would very happily walk with them. It would take months together to go and come back, attend the festival. At one time, in 1 year, when Rath Yatra was about to begin and the group of devotees were about to start from here, Jagadish Ganguli got some disease. In that disease, he lost his vision. So he was very sad, he was not able to see. So when the time came to leave this place, the devotees in this village said, oh, we cannot take you because you are blind. To handle a blind person, such a rough journey is very tough. So we are sorry, we cannot take you. So Jagadish Ganguli felt very, very bad, extremely sad. So many years of his life he never missed walking to Jagannath Puri and attending Rath Yatra. But what to do, the fellow devotees were not taking responsibility of his. So he stayed back. He stayed back here and Jagannath came in his dream. See, we have to understand that external things always change. Nothing remains constant. Today you are healthy, tomorrow you are unhealthy. Today you are beautiful, tomorrow you are unbeautiful, not beautiful. Today you have a lot of riches, next day you can become poor. Today you have a lot of authority, respect and power, tomorrow you will become insignificant. This is the nature of material world. And it is applicable to the king of the nation or the pauper of the nation. Men and women equally, old children, old men, old people and children equally. So one should never keep so much faith in the current situation that you have, because the current situation can change anytime. And we have to remain attached to the Lord in all these harsh changing situations. So Jagadish was feeling very sad. I remember the story of Tukaram also. Tukaram also used to go every year to Pandharpur Wari in Ashadhi Ekadashi. From Dehu, he would walk. And today also from Dehu the Palki goes. And one time Tukaram fell very sick. So much high fever that he just could not walk from Dehu to Pandharpur. So devotees as usual did not take him because he could not walk. So Tukaram Maharaj wrote letter to Pandharpur, Bhagwan. I am very sick. I want to have a darshan. I cannot live without your darshan. Of course, he didn't order Lord that you come here or something, but he said, I am hankering for your darshan. So the letter was submitted to Lord Vitthal and Tukaram, the heart was expressed to Vitthal. So Vittal's heart melted and told Rukmini that you should go to see him. So she said that there are millions of devotees who have come also walking over here. Let us be here for the day of Ekadashi and after that we may leave. So after Ekadashi was over, for Tukaram Maharaj, Vitthal and Rukuma Bai, they left and they appeared in Dehu. And that's why today also there is a temple of Lord Vitthal and Rukmini in Dehu. So like that, hankering is very important. We all chant Hare Krishna, but we don't hanker for Hare Krishna. We are doing as a ritual. Sometimes we are too bored to chant. Sometimes we are thinking, why I came to Hare Krishna movement? Why 16 rounds? Why this torture? Eating prasad is so nice. And someday we jump up in the morning and chant Hare Krishna and say, why only 16 rounds? Why not 20 rounds? This fluctuation of mind as per the whims of mind. But in all these changing situations of mind also, there has to be lavulya, there has to be a deep attraction or attachment, asakti to the holy name of the Lord and to the Lord also. Because Jagadish was extremely eager, he didn't say, oh, every year I'm walking, this year is a good break, for good reason for me, that I don't have to travel. No, he was feeling very, 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 very bad. So the Lord came in his dreams. Now he is blind, okay? So Lord said that tomorrow when you will go to take bath in Ganga, you will not be able to see, but a log of wood will touch your head. As soon as that log of wood will touch your head, you will get the vision back. You will gain back the vision. And that log of wood is myself. Take it out from the water and then now you are able to see. So then it's all happening in dream. Huh? So next morning, Lord has already told everything to him. Next morning, he went to the river and while he took first dip, immediately he was touched with that log of wood. And he got his vision back. And as per the instruction of the Lord, he took that log of wood in the village. And the Lord had told him to find out a devotee sculptor. But the devotee sculptor, Lord said he will have leprosy. His fingers, there is something called as lepromatous leprosy. The worst kind of leprosy, in which you lose the tips of the fingers, nose, and many things in life and body. And then you become very deformed. And sometimes the stumps which you lose of the fingers, they become pustular, they become full of pus, and a lot of pain is there. It's a very painful disease, socially and physically, pain point of view also. So he will refuse. Then you tell him that when you will make this, when you carve this wood into a murti, then your leprosy will go away. Now it's a post-dated check. When it will be completed, you will get your health back. But then Jagadish Ganguli had faith in the word of the Lord. So he kept on encouraging him. First he refused, then he said, don't worry, I will stand with you, the Lord will bless you, your disease will go away. So he started making the murti. And he underwent tremendous pain. It's not easy to hold a hammer and chisel. It's the same painful, full of pus, blood, hand, fingers like that. But Jagadish Ganguli kept on encouraging him constantly about the mercy of the Lord. And with great devotion and with great pain, enduring the great pain that he was going through, he completed the murti. So when do we get the maximum mercy of the Lord? When we serve with difficulties. At good times, everybody can be enthusiastic to serve. But the true devotees will serve the Lord in good times and bad times both. Good times and bad times do not discourage a devotee who is a sincere devotee. An actual benefit of Krishna consciousness is achieved when you have difficult times. When you have pain, when you have challenges, when you have great difficulties physically, mentally, socially, economically, and you still keep serving constantly, that service yields a lot of mercy of the Lord. And what is the meaning of mercy of the Lord? You develop love for the Lord. You develop attachment for the Lord. And you develop detachment for the worldly activities. This leper really endured a lot of pain. The organs with which you have to do the service are itself in tremendous pain. You can just give up because so much of pain is there. But finally when the deity was complete of Lord Jagannath, instantly he got cured. And then he was very blissful. Finally, when we achieve the mercy of the Lord, then actually we feel that all the effort was actually insignificant. While doing the service, effort is too much, with too much of pain. But when the result is achieved, we feel it was worth it. It was hardly any service, hardly any pain, hardly any trouble I took up. Krishna consciousness is always pain in the beginning, pleasure in the end. Material life is pleasure in the beginning and too much pain in the end. Until till the time we all develop faith in these two statements, we don't make really tangible progress in Krishna consciousness. Because in the beginning we want to do what is pleasing to our senses, even in the name of service to Krishna. If it is convenient, if it is pleasing to our senses, then we are very enthusiastic. And when little trouble is there, we run away. But in that situation, we don't make much progress. Jagadish brought the deity and put it over here in Simantadvipa and started worshipping. After a few months of worship, Lord Jagannath again came in Jagadish's dream. And he said, I want my brother and sister also. So you go to the forest and choose a nice neem tree, cut the neem tree, and again go to the same sculptor, who is my devotee, who is now all right from leprosy, and ask him to carve 2 more figures of my brother and sister. So Jagadish did so. He picked up neem wood from the forest, went to the village, and the devotee who was having leprosy before carved Baldev and Subhadra also. And then they were established over here. For long time Jagadish worshipped Lord Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra, which you see now are those deities, which are sculpted by that leper, all 3 deities. One in condition of pain, others are in the pain of, not in the condition of pain. Then after some time Jagadish became old and he died. Then naturally the family members of Jagadish were not so sincere and not so consistent in service of Lord Jagannath. So Jagannath, because of neglect, he became very angry. Plus, one of the wives of many sons of Jagadish, in the family of Jagadish, one of the wives was not very good character, having good character. She was also very offensive to Lord Jagannath. So, because of that offensive nature of that characterless woman, cholera epidemic set in this village. I mean, nowadays we don't know what is cholera. In earlier days, cholera would wipe out the societies like anything. Thousands of people would die. It would cause fever and diarrhea, and then people would get death like anything. So cholera was wiping off this village. So some sincere devotees came and started praying to Lord Jagannath. Jagannath, Jagannath, please save us. Please save us. Lord Jagannath said that the characterless woman in the family of Jagadish Ganguli has angered me, has offended me. So, if you don't ask them to leave the village, all the family members of Jagadish would die and you all also will die. So they were worried because they didn't know what to do. How would we be able to ask the family to get lost from the village? But next morning when they woke up, they got the news that everybody in the family of Jagadish Ganguli remaining, they were dead. So it was a disaster actually. But with that fear of cholera, everyone left that village. The village became abandoned and nobody remained. And then gradually ant hill and bushes and a mountain grew over Lord Jagannath. And Jagannath worship was abandoned. Then many centuries passed. And in those many centuries, one time what happened, the villagers after many centuries, they saw one blue light and blue lotus flower growing over the hillock, mysterious hillock. And then there were many snakes. So no one could dare to go to that hillock. They were scared. But they were very curious, what is there? Why there is blue light and blue lotus flower? And they also heard mystic sounds. Give me water, I am thirsty. Give me water, I am thirsty, for a long time. So they were scared also. So because of the fear of wild animals and the snake, they just could not go near. Nobody could dare. But in 1958, as early as 1958, Jagannath ji actually showered his mercy on one devotee called Jaimini Ghosh. This Jaimini Ghosh was travelling to Navadvip from some place. And mysteriously, when he was hurrying up to walking to his village Navadvip, a big tree suddenly fell down for no reason. There was no lightning or there was nothing, no reason. Just suddenly fell off. So he was wondering that there is something mystic over here. Why the tree suddenly will fall down? So he was scared. And he became, as soon as the tree fell, he got scared and he became unconscious. After some time, he became conscious and he heard a sound. Don't worry, Jaimini, everything is fine. You can go. So he said, who are you? He said, don't worry, I'm telling you, you can go. I have saved you, don't worry. So Jaimini said, if you have saved me, then make me reach my uncle's house in Navadvip very fast. So when he got up, he started walking, but actually he was flying in the sky. Not in the sky means in the height sky, but above the ground. And he walked so fast, within few seconds he reached his uncle's house. So he was very happy and very, he was touched by heart, at heart, that the voice, something divine is there. After some time, many days passed, and after some time, the same voice again he heard. And this time the voice said, I am Jagannath, please listen to me carefully. And he said, you please serve me. I am there in that hillock where the blue lotus is coming and the snakes are living. Don't you worry, bring villagers with you and take me out and start serving me. So he came here with faith because that voice had given him faith. In the case of difficulties, he was given assurance that I am there to save you. And the same sound is saying, take me out, don't worry. So he brought the villagers here, the same place, and dug out the hillock. And lo and behold, Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra ji came out of that. Now what was most amazing was that when you have some wooden structure under a mountain, you will see that the wood is rotten or moth-eaten or whatever. You will not see the wood normal. But mysteriously, the deities of Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, Jagannath was perfectly shining and as it was fresh. But only Baldev, Subhadra had some scratches which was repaired by Jagadish, and he started worship. Lord had told him, serve me Gangajal, milk and batasa. You know batasa? There is a sugar syrup. When it is given shape after hardening, it is called batasha. It is square circular in color, shape, white in color. So then he had brought one devotee called Phatik Chatterjee from his village. With his help, he had excavated and he has dug out and revealed the deities of Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra. And then he gave charge to Phatik Chatterjee to serve. It seems what is called frankincense in Hindi? Frankincense. I don't remember that word. Frankincense is a very fragrant thing. It is a very pure thing. Frankincense is burnt and it gives a very pure, natural, herbal smell when it is burnt. And when you cover it with something, the thing which you are covering with remains as it is. It doesn't get affected by time or earth or whatever elements in the earth. So the deity was found to be Loban also, Loban. So Phatik Chatterjee found the deity covered with frankincense. Anyways, so Phatik Chatterjee served the deities for 21 years from that time, from 1958 to 1979. Then he became very old. He had very less assistants. So he came to understanding that he won't be able to serve Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra for a long time. So that time he contacted ISKCON. Because ISKCON was already here, right? Prabhupada established ISKCON in 1965 And within few years he had come here with his devotees and he had bought a land over here. And already there was a board, International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So devotees in all the Dwipas were aware that ISKCON is here. So Jagadish Phatik Chatterjee on the day of Gaur Purnima 1979 offered this temple to ISKCON. And then ISKCON built a beautiful temple in the course of time. All this garden, land, acquisition was later on. It was a very small temple before. So, there was a nice story here at this time. When Phatik Chatterjee gave this temple, there were many co-owners. You know what you call stakeholders? There were many stakeholders here. And the paperwork was not over. The agreement was not also over. In the process, everything was already agreed upon. But you know, in India, you don't go by word. You have to always make it in writing and get it legally registered also. So that tomorrow, anytime dispute may come up. So Jayapataka Maharaj was that time here. He was one of the most original persons who were here. He was the one who was discussing and negotiating with Phatik Chatterjee. And he told the devotees here that we will not do full-fledged worship till we get the whole thing legally on our name. Which is quite logical. But before this, the devotees who were put in service over here for doing deity worship, they were already taking large number of bhoga from Mayapur temple, our temple, and getting, there was no kitchen here. So they would get the food cooked there, a large amount, they would offer it over here. And then Jayapataka Maharaj suddenly gave instruction, don't offer everything big here, wait for some time. So till that time they did not know that they will oppose. So they said, Maharaj, we already have been offering big amount of bhoga from Mayapur temple. He said, stop it. So they stopped it. The day they stopped it, they didn't offer Jagannath the big amount of bhoga, right? That night, Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra came in the dream of the chief pujari, that time. And they said, we are going to ISKCON Mayapur. You have stopped serving us. They serve good quantity and good quality food there. And we are very foodies. We like the food very much. And they left the temple in the dream and they were walking in the field. And this pujari in the dream was running, Lord, Jagannath, don't go. I will bring food. And he woke up. And he woke up. He saw that Lord was in temple only. He was not in the field. But immediately he informed Jayapataka Maharaj that this is what I saw. So immediately Jayapataka Maharaj got the hint. He said, forget the agreement. I didn't know you are already offering every single day. Please offer. Let the agreement take place whenever Lord wants. So the first ever chamatkar, immediately it was shown. The Lord is chamatkari only, right from beginning. But immediately on arrival, he showed chamatkar to our devotees. Of course, there are many stories here of Lord Jagannath. The temple was being renovated and constructed and temple was going on. So, a lot of marble is there, stone is there, cement is there, everything is there, bricks are there. So one fellow used to quietly in the evening, when it becomes early dark here, he would pick up one marble tile and on cycle he would take home. You have to be very vigilant. People don't care whether you're building temple or whether you are building in a hospital or whatever you do, they don't care. They only see the selfish motivations. So he was stealing one tile every day and many days passed. So one day he was stealing, he went home and Lord Baldev came in his dream. And he said, you thief, you are stealing from my temple. This is my temple. They are building temple for me. Devotees are working so hard. What you are doing? So he started beating him right, left and center. He just beat him like anything. He was swollen. He said, return my tiles tomorrow, otherwise I'll kill you. So next morning, every day he was going on cycle. Next morning he came in tempo. Full of tiles, marble tiles which he has stolen every single day, slowly. And he just said, the people said, why are you bringing tiles over here? I said, I'm sorry, I only stole out of them. So he returned all the tiles and he went and begged forgiveness to Lord Balramji. Another time when this was going on, one of the workers finished his work, and in the end of the day, he received some Mahaprasad of Lord Jagannath. So he took a auto rickshaw and he wanted to honor the prasad. So he gave some part to the rickshawala also, who was driving the rickshaw. The rickshawala was Muslim. He said, we don't eat anything offered to idol. This is haram. So he took it, instead of returning back to the devotee, he threw it on the ground. So what to do? It's already thrown on the ground. So they both went home, rickshawala went home. In the night, Baldevji came in the dream of that rickshawala. He said, how dare you throw the Mahaprasad of my brother? Eating Mahaprasad of my brother is the greatest service that pleases my brother. Jagannath Mahaprasad is very special. Here, everywhere, wherever Jagannath is, in Jagannath Puri. There are two things very important about Jagannath. One is to take his darshan, and one is to have his prasad. Whenever I organize Yatra in Jagannath Puri, our management first discusses two things. Prasadam, how to serve, and darshan. Rest all darshans outside, everything afterwards. So we arrange Jagannath Mahaprasad for all the yatris to eat every single day. One meal, full stomach every single day. And then one full day we organize groups of 20 devotees only and hire 2 pandas. One panda will take one group, take round, and other panda will wait at the gate. Next batch of 20, one batch of 20 will come, and next batch of 20 he will take and show everything inside. And to the heart's content in Garbhagriha he will take devotees and show Jagannath. As I am remembering and just telling you a story, I hope I don't take much time. So one time I went to Jagannath Puri 2009, and as usual we go in advance few days, and few devotees, including my older brother who was like Bhimsen, very hefty and big, all of them were going to come, 7 of us. So as usual, when I go to Jagannath Puri, my first condition is to the organizer and to the panda, I should get, as soon as I come, I should get Mahaprasad. So one fellow came from the panda's side and he had a big basket on the head, and he put the basket down and the whole basket was empty, and there were small 6 earthen pots filled with Mahaprasad. So I said, only this much? I said, there are, I think 15 people were there. And he said, I also am very hungry and my brother is coming. So how will it remain for him? He said, अरे साहब चिंता मत करो, कम पड़ा तो और लेके आऊँगा, इतना तो finish करो. So then I sat, I had everything to my heart's content because I knew he don't have to worry, he will bring more. And then what happened? Everybody came, and my brother also came, and everybody came, and they also ate to the heart's content. And still, from small earthen pots, lot of prasadam remained. And I was like wonderstruck. I said, wow. So I said, okay, small pot, I got faith that, okay, Lord Jagannath Mahaprasad is transcendental. So then, the yatris came, 168 yatris. And the lunch prasadam of Lord Jagannath would be served in the evening 8 o'clock. Okay? So my medical mind told me that, see, the prasadam will be taken out at 1 o'clock. It takes about 1.5 hours to even take it out and come to the place of distribution. Then our share for 170 people will be taken out. Then it will be transported, then it will be kept. And then 8 o'clock when devotees will come for dinner, they will have. So what will it become? It will become cold. So I thought, how this cold rice and cold dal and cold sabji will be digested by devotees. So medically, I should serve them achar and tell our cooks who are cooking morning and afternoon meal some hot spicy soup. So they keep taking soup in between and digestive fire will be kindled. So my panda came to know कि प्रभु जी ने ऐसा बोला है, क्योंकि cook भी उसका ही था. The cook also he had given. So the cook informed him कि ऐसा ऐसा order आया आज. So he sent a message. When Lord Jagannath's Mahaprasad comes, there should be no outside accompaniment like chutney, achar, soup, like what we think, supplements should not be there. It's insulting to Lord Jagannath Mahaprasad. Lord Jagannath Mahaprasad is perfect and complete. Nothing requires to be supplemented. And you should sit on the plain ground. No asan should be taken like this. Because then, if you take asan, then you are higher than the prasadam level. From the ground, then there is a plate, so prasadam is higher than you. Better if it is higher than that. That's why in Mayapur Gada building, there is a platform which is higher than your platform, and they serve prasad on that. So I immediately cancelled when I came to know. But still my mind was thinking, what will happen to devotees? They'll get indigestion and this and that. Believe me, at 8 o'clock, they served only little first layer of rice, and everything was burning hot inside. Everything, dal, rice, sweet, sabji, everything was like only little, maybe 1 centimeter layer was cold, and everything was hot, like fresh. And then also I told him, they had brought only this much pots, all the pots. I said 200 people, how they will eat? That, आ जाएगा प्रभु जी, आप चिंता क्यों करते हो? Every single day, everybody was coaxed. Please take more, please take more, please take more. We were running behind devotees, take. And they were running with their plates away. No, like that. And there were many big guys there. And they were told, have liberally Mahaprasad. Every single day from those so-called small pots, every day prasadam remained. And we had to serve the prasadam every day to the servants in the hotel management. So Jagannath Prasad is like that, it's transcendental. It is amazing. 10,000 people are eating khichdi every day at Annakshetra in Jagannath temple. 7,200 kilos of rice is cooked every single day. But whether 1 lakh people come or 5,000 come, the prasadam is perfectly enough for everybody. It is not remaining when 5,000 come, and it is not at all less when 1 lakh people come. The same quantity of cooking is there in Jagannath temple kitchen every single day. There is a fixed quota and fixed schedule is there, what is to be done. But in Annakshetra, you have thousands of people more than your daily quota, but prasadam will never be insufficient. That is Jagannath Mahaprasad. So, where was I?
Muslim.
So that Riksha fellow Muslim threw all prasad. Jagannath Baldevji came and started beating that person. You have dishonored my brother by throwing his Mahaprasad. By accepting his Mahaprasad, it's the biggest worship of pleasure to my brother. So started beating him like anything. So that fellow woke up with so much of injuries on his body, swollen, and came running to the temple. And he said, the Pujari, please give me some prasad. The Pujari said, you are Muslim, you don't take food offered to the deity. Then he told him brief what happened last night. Then he gave Mahaprasad, he sat down and he really, with tears in his eyes, he was honoring the prasad. One time one family came to visit Jagannath. And there was one small girl also, mother, father and small girl. And the worship was like, now if you go there, there will be no Pujari there. The Pujari will be there, but worship is over. Next worship is at 12 o'clock, 11:30, Bhoga and then Bhoga Arti. So there is nobody. Generally in off times like this, now this is Yatra time, but off time there is nobody. Once Guru Puja is over, then Lord is there, somebody may be there in the corner. So there was nobody. And now you cannot just walk up to Jagannath and start touching him, right? A lot of barricades are there. But in those days it was like kind of walk-in situation. So mother, father offered dandavats and they went here and there, and the girl was enamored by the, brooch, something which is stuck to the neck of the Subhadra. She was very attracted to that. She liked it very much. So she thought she will take it from the neck of Subhadra Devi. And then she went ahead to take it. Suddenly Baldev slapped her like anything. It's like the hand is like this, na? This is one hand of Baldevji. Sorry, this is Jagannath's hand here. This is Baldev's hand here. One of the two hands. And she's in between. So you have to go to Subhadra through the two hands, right? Extended. So one of the hands, white hand, just slapped her. And she started crying like anything, and loudly she cried. So Subhadra's father came running. What happened? He said, this white Prabhu hit me. So how he hit you? He has no palm. No, he had a proper palm. He had a proper palm. He showed her fingers on her cheek. So what did you do? He said, I wanted that brooch in the neck of Subhadra. He said, don't do that. Brother of Subhadra is standing there. You cannot do that. So the point I am trying to tell you is that the Jagannath is very Jagrut Devata. In fact, in ISKCON we know all deities are Jagrut deities only. But all deities don't show chamatkar. Some deities show chamatkar. Like our Narsingh in Mayapur. There's also a lot of chamatkar in there. I'll share you one story. One Russian devotee, young boy, became brahmachari, left Russia and came to India. So his mother was very, very sad. She was thinking, oh, my son left me. I should search him to India. There somebody told me that he has joined some Indian religion and he has become something like celibate, like we say brahmachari. So she went all over India, many temples. So she searched. And she, whatever description and whatever name she would give, there would be no answer. Nobody knew that kind of description, that kind of name. So finally she was told that there is a headquarters in Mayapur. Maybe he has gone there, you find, please go. So she came to Mayapur. And then she was told that this is Radha Krishna. It takes time for them to understand. We are so fortunate people being born in India. We immediately understand. But for them to understand this is Radha, this is Krishna, these are coward friends of Krishna, gopis, and this is Nrsimha, half man, half lion. It's very difficult thing to comprehend, But she was told that this black deity of half man, half lion is a very mysterious deity. If you ask, the deity will fulfill your desire. So she went to Nrsimhadev. And she stood a little behind, but she wanted to sit and stand and pray for a long time. So she started praying, and some devotees were, walking in between, but she was behind. Darshan is on, people are coming, getting the darshan of Charan darshan also. And she was little behind, and two layers of devotees were just passing up and down. And she was offering pranams. Oh my Lord, whoever you are, if you let me find my son, if my son is found by me, I will become your devotee. I will join this institution. She said with such a mother's loving heart, real. She was not just trying to bargain with the Lord. She was really genuine. As soon as she uttered the word that I will become your devotee if my son is found, one bald head came in front of her. Shaven head. And that was her son. And that was she became devotee. She also got diksha from Jayapataka Maharaj. One brahmachari was in night service of Jagannath. And I met that devotee, by the way. That devotee. So only brahmacharis could serve Nrsimhadev under Pankajangri Prabhu's leadership. So that devotee was in night Shayan Seva. You have seen Shayan Seva in any temple? After Shayan Seva, everybody leaves the temple. Temple is closed. And inside the devotees were doing the final rituals with the Lord. Now, inside the Nrsimhadev temple, how it is all dark, right? Black tiles. And only lamp lights are there. And once it is closed, it's such a small closet. And this devotee used to be alone. And he used to get scared inside in the night. So every day he used to get scared. And sometimes he used to tremble in fear. He was waiting to get out by doing his duties, and he used to get out. So many days passed, and somehow Lord Nrsimhadev did not like his getting scared. So long building, na? The longest building in Asia, that is an ancient building built by Prabhupada. So they used to brahmacharya ashram there. And that devotee bunker system? How the brahmacharis and the students in the hostel stay 1, 2, 3 bunkers. So he was on the top level of the bunker and he slept as usual. And brahmacharis, they in the night, Mayapur is generally hot most of the times. So he was sleeping in Kopin only, fully open and Kopin. In the night, Narsimhadev came there. And this is brahmachari sleeping. And he pierced his 2 palms, whatever, jaw, what do you say? Panja? Pause. And he pierced the nails in his shoulder, like this. So with that pain of 10 injections, he woke up. And when he woke up, he saw angry Lord Narsimhadev on him, like this. I said, why are you getting scared? एक तो डराते हो पर पूछते हो डरते क्यों हो? Said, don't get scared. I will take care of you. There is no need to get scared of me. And the Lord removed his nails and disappeared. This fellow got so ecstatic. We have seen, I have seen. Like that he woke up in the middle of the night, maybe 1:30 or something, and he started running towards temple in Kopin. But temple was closed, night time. So he saw the watchman. He again went back to the ashram. Again he went back running. Again he went back. Till 4 o'clock in the morning he was running back and forth. And while it was 4 o'clock, devotees come early to temple to chant and wait there for Mangal Darshan. So they saw him running. So they could not stop him because he was a brahmachari plus he was in Kopin. So brahmachari only caught him. Hey fellow Prabhu, what are you doing? And then he came back to his senses and he was taken back to the room. And then he told the story to them. So they just didn't believe. But he showed 5 marks on each shoulder. And then he showed these 5 marks to so many devotees. Of course now it is healed. But there are marks, there are scars are there. A great ornament of life. A gift of others. Anyway, so I am a little bit diverting here. No problem. The Lord is very merciful. The message here is only one, that whether the Lord shows any miracle or not, Lord is always there in the deity. When there was in between one, thing happened in India, Ganesh is drinking milk, and all over it came. So ISKCON's reply was, he drinks and eats every day in our temple. Our lords, they eat and drink every day. It's not a miracle. Every single day we have faith, Lord is honoring our prasadam. So there's nothing miraculous for us that he drank or he ate. So message is that Pratima nahi tumi sakshat Brajendra Nandan. Once the pure devotee invokes the presence of the Lord in a deity, whether made of wood or whether made of stone or whether made of paint, the Lord appears over there to accept our services. And there are millions of stories of our Gaudiya Sampradaya where the Lord responded to the loving service of his devotees. We know Raghunandan Thakur, we know Namdev Shimpi, we know so many devotees. Lord gave them proof that I am accepting your service. That devotee boy in Alarnath, he offered kheer. The Lord was eating the kheer every day. The father did not believe. Lord Alarnath, when he was stopped by the Brahmana father of that boy, all the kheer got spilled out in his hand. And the Lord has burnt mark on his hand and his body parts. And he cursed that, except this boy, all the family members of this family would die. All of them died, only except the boy remained. Said, to such rascals, I don't have to accept my service from them. So he said, if you eat like this, then what we will eat? Why stop the Lord eating kheer? He said, if you take the kheer, then what we will eat? So the boy was happy to starve for 3 days. Anyways, so we have to understand that Lord is always there. If you speak to the Lord, you get the answers. If you see the Lord properly, the Lord will be in different moods every day. You will come to know He is happy with you, unhappy with you, smiling with you, not smiling with you. Like Radharamanji, every day He smiles. And someday you see 2 teeth, someday you see 4 teeth, someday you see many, many teeth. How they offer dresses to him? They have 18 to 19 dresses ready. But Radharamanji doesn't wear any dress again. Only once. Next day it is Mahaprasad to be given to some devotees. So 18, 19 dresses are ready and the pujaris in service that day will show him each dress. So how do you select? The dress after showing which Radharamanji shows his teeth with a great smile. That dress is chosen by the pujari to wear. Again I am telling you, you don't need to hear this story to believe that Lord is there in the deity. Even if he doesn't do that, he is there in the deity. With faith we should offer. Okay. So there is a story of Simantadvipa as such. There are two stories, similar but little different stories. First story is, at one point of time Lord Shiva was talking to Parvati and he was glorifying Lord Gauranga, who is going to be coming in Kali Yuga. And he said the Lord will come in a form of his devotee. The Lord will take the mood of his Radharani and distribute unlimited love without seeing qualification, without seeing good place or bad place. Patre apatre na dekhila sthane asthan. And he will inundate the whole world, beginning from Navadvip, with the ocean of love of Godhead. And he started glorifying and glorifying and glorifying. He said even demigods will not be receiving such love ever, which Lord will distribute in the form of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So Parvati came here in this place. After hearing the glories of Lord Gauranga from the mouth of her husband, she came here and performed tapasya. And Lord Gauranga gave darshan to Parvati Devi. That is what is there in that temple, the darshan. Parvati Devi is sitting in meditation and Lord Gauranga with his full glory giving darshan to her. And he said, my dear Parvati, I am very, very happy with you. Please ask what boon do you want. So she said, I want to witness your Leela when you will come in this form, because I am so much attracted just by hearing from my husband's mouth that you will be performing Prema Leela over here. So I want to be a witness to those pastimes. The Lord said, Tathastu. He said, internally you are my dear Radhika. Externally you are Durga. You will remain here in the form of proud Maya. Proud means elderly. You will remain here in the form of proud Maya, and that proud Maya temple is there in Kolavecha, near with the Shiva. And your husband will come and live here as Kshetrapal Shiva. To those who are unfaithful, you will bewilder them by your potencies. And to those who are devotees, who are sincere, you will assist them in worshipping me. So what is she doing here? If you are not bewildered, that means you are a devotee. If you are bewildered, then be sure you are not a devotee. And I am sure none of you are bewildered. Hare Krishna. So Parvati became ecstatic after hearing this. And in ecstasy, she took the dust from the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya and put her in the parting of her hair, Simanta. That is why this dwip is called Simantadvipa. Story number 2, as per Chaitanya Mangal, written by Lochandas Thakur. Originally, Chaitanya Bhagavat was named as Chaitanya Mangal. But when Lochandas Thakur wrote his book, that was given name of Chaitanya Mangal and this was named as Chaitanya Bhagavat. So in Chaitanya Mangal, it's a very beautiful book. It's available in Mayapur. Very, very beautiful book. You should not miss reading that book. In the beginning chapters, first chapters only the story is there. At one time, Narad Muni went to Vaikuntha and he had a strong desire to have Vishnu's Mahaprasad. And Lakshmi would cook for him. So he went to Mother Lakshmi and told that, can I get some Mahaprasad of Lord Vishnu? So she said, my husband Vishnu had given me strict instructions not to give my Mahaprasad to anybody. So Narad became very morose. But every day, in a very expectant mood, he would come to Parvati Devi, Lakshmi Devi, and stand there. And she already had told she can't give. But every day she would see his face and he would get morose by no positive response from the face. She would go and come back and he would just stand there. After many days, she also became morose by looking at the morose face of Narad Muni, desiring to have Mahaprasad, but she is unable to give, fulfill the desire of the sincere devotee like Narad Muni. So one day she went with prasadam to Vishnu with a morose face. So Vishnu asked, "Why are you morose today?" He said, "Nothing, my lord." No, you please tell me. If you come like this in morose mood, then I also will not be feel like eating the bhoga that you have given me. So with lot of time he asked question and he said finally, I am morose because my devotee is very morose. He is asking Narad Muni for your Mahaprasad. For many days he is waiting. So that day Lord Vishnu said, okay, today you give my Mahaprasad to him, but don't tell anybody and don't give anybody else also. So she came out and that day she gave a good amount of Mahaprasad to Narad Muni. And because of lot of waiting, he was actually very eager. That is the meaning of having patience in bhakti. When you are given anything very free of charge, easily, they don't get much value. But you struggle a lot to become a devotee. Every Hare Krishna Mahamantra is very important for you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. When you have to fight in the family, when you have to really do a lot of struggle to become a devotee, then remaining a devotee is very valuable for you. So he had waited for a long time. So when he got Mahaprasadam, he immediately honored it and he became totally out of control in ecstasy. And he started dancing and dancing halfway through. He didn't even finish. But the experience of Mahaprasad of the Lord was so ecstatic that he had Mahaprasad while he was eating, he only became ecstatic and started tumbling, rolling, jumping, becoming unconscious, and like that he left Vaikuntha and he kept on traveling in that mood and reached Kailash. And he was doing the same thing, dancing ecstatically. So Lord Shiva became alert and he said, Narada, what happened to you, my dear brother? So they came to external consciousness. Then he told the story in short. I got Mahaprasada Vishnu. So Shiva said, you forgot me? I'm your brother. You got Mahaprasad, which is so rare, and you did not bring for me, you did not remember me. So what to do? When it came, I became like this, uncontrolled. So Shiva said, see, maybe something in your hand. So when he saw there was some Mahaprasad in his hand, because he was not finished, he was already eating. So he said, give me that morsel. So all the morsel Lord Shiva took, and Lord Shiva ate the Mahaprasad. And then what happened? Shiva became ecstatic. Once Shiva became ecstatic, he started dancing. What is the meaning of his dance? Oh, when he started dancing, he didn't mean Pralaya, but Parvati became scared. Why is he dancing now? What happened suddenly? And he was dancing really out of control. So as if Pralaya is going to come, she said, Swami, what happened? Then she controlled him. He came back to external consciousness. He said, Swami, what happened? Tell me. So he said, Narad Muni came with Vishnu's Mahaprasad and I honored that. So what do you think she must have asked him? You forgot me? How can you always forget me? Whenever Lord is taking incarnation, you just leave and you forget me. I also want to come with you. Because when he was preparing to go down on earth, when Lord was about to lift Govardhan, she was just getting ready and going. He said, my Lord, where are you going? He said, Lord is going to lift Govardhan and performing a great pastime. So I am going. So I want to also come. Okay, come. So when she started going, all the Ganas, Bhutas, Pretas, everybody said, my Lord, we also want to come. Thousands of them. I can't describe them, they were looking very funny. Somebody had mouth over here in the chest, not on the neck. Like that, 6 mouths, 6 hands, 3 necks, so many variety and combination. All those 12 kinds of people, they also joined and they all stationed themselves in Rudrakunda in Govardhan. Before even the Leela started, all of Kailash Vasis, they came there. And they start in such a position that from beginning to end, everything they saw. From Govardhan Puja to Parikrama to Indra's 7 days Varsha to lifting Govardhan, everything from beginning to end they saw from the most choice location. So she said, you forgot me. So what to do? I ate everything. There's nothing in my hand. She said, okay, I will go and perform tapasya and get Mahaprasad for myself. So she came here and did tapasya over here. She was so much eager to receive the Mahaprasad of the Lord. And looking at her ardent, sincere devotion, Lord Gauranga gave darshan to her, not Mahavishnu, not Vishnu. And he said, you have approached me at right time. I am going to give you such a Mahaprasad that I will like you to give that Mahaprasad to all the devotees in the material world. And my Mahaprasad is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I am not going to give you Mahaprasad which is only sufficient for you. I will give Mahaprasad which is sufficient for you and sufficient for you to distribute to everybody who is there in the material world. So this is another story. Vishnu's real Mahaprasad is, of course, food. The real Mahaprasad is the holy name, which you can go on consuming unlimitedly till you get tired. Hopefully you will not get tired. Hare Krishna. This is the pastime of this place. Now there are many places around here. If you go on this side in the jungle, there is something called as Sridhar Patan or Sridhar Angan, where the great devotee of the Lord, Kolavecha Sridhar, lived at the bank of Ganga. Ganga is just there, flowing there. So Kolavecha Sridhar was Kusuma Sava Gopa in Krishna Lila, very dear Gopa of Krishna. And he came as Kolavecha. Kolavecha means kola, banana. Vecha means seller, banana seller. But it is explained here that he was not selling any banana leaves. He was selling banana flower, banana fruit, banana leaves, banana leaf cups, banana flower. You know banana flower? That purple color which comes before the fruit. And then he was also selling pumpkin which used to grow in his own garden. His hut also used to grow one pumpkin a day. And lauki also, and some other vegetables. And he would sit in his hut, outside the hut, and sell every day. And Nimai, baby Nimai, not very small, not very big, he would disappear every morning, and 2 to 3 hours he would spend with Kolavecha Sridhar. Now a nice analogy is given. Suppose anybody comes, suppose Prime Minister comes. Now Prime Minister every minute has some value, right? Or some great businessman comes. Suppose one businessman is earning, suppose 500 crores per day. So you can say his half an hour is equal to so many crores. So each and every unit of time is of value. So what is the value of Krishna's time? Anybody can calculate? Lord Krishna has taken birth as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for only 48 years. In that 48 years, every day, 2 to 3 hours in his childhood pastimes he was spending over here. Apparently he was wasting his time doing nonsense things, arguing with him, why you are selling so costly. He will say, no, I am selling very cheap. I am the cheapest seller in this whole village. No, you are a big cheater. Why don't you give this to half cost? He said, if you give half cost, I have already given you minimum cost. No, give me at half cost. Then you give me 1/4 cost. And then after arguing for each item for 2-3 hours, you would just take the item and walk away anyways. Free of charge. And daily you would do the same thing. Finally he had to steal and go away, but he would spend 3 hours arguing with Kolavecha Sridhar. And Kolavecha would tell, if you do this, how will I survive? My family will survive. And listen Nimai, you should know that I earn a very small amount of money. By doing a very honest business with minimum cost, I sell these things. And with a small income, I use 50% of money to worship Ganga. I buy flowers, fruits, whatever, out of my business. I go to market and I worship, and then I chant the holy name whole the night. He said, why you worship Ganga? I am Ganga's husband. Better you give me, instead of wasting half your money, that you give me. Ganga will be pleased. He said, what audacity. Nimai, you are so audacious. Such an aparad you are doing. Do you know what you are talking? You are calling yourself as God yourself. You should not do this. Then another time he would say, You are a cheater, you should give me everything free of charge. So this would happen every day. Huh? Then other time what happened, I'll tell the story to you, that the devotees were performing Sankirtan in the daytime at Srivasangan, his house. And then Chand Kazi, I'll tell you his name, Maulana Sirajuddin Chand Kazi. He was also supposed to be Guru of Nawab Hussain, although he was serving under him in his Pargana. But somebody said that he was also Guru. He was also known as Champa by nickname. So he was quite anti-Hindu and anti-Sanatana Dharma. So he came to know that in one house they are chanting the holy names of Hindu gods. And they are making a lot of noise. And a lot of Hindu people were also complaining because they were not allowed inside the house for the kirtan. So the hurt Brahmins, they also complained that where it is given in scriptures that you should chant loudly and disturb the Lord. If you chant loudly, the sleeping Lord will be woken up. And the woken up angry Lord will come and punish all of us. Before that, we should uproot the house of Srivas and throw the house in Ganges and throw everybody from Srivas's house in the Ganges and finish off before we get destroyed and before the Qazi comes and punishes us. So they went to complain to Qazi. This fellow is following our religion in a wrong way. It is your duty to see that discipline, even religiously, is maintained by you. So please correct the situation. So they were trying their own way, trying to official way, every way. So that's how Chand Kazi came to know. So he went with soldier to the house of Srivas. He entered the house and he threatened Srivas. And in front of the eyes of Srivas, he broke the mridanga. He said, dare you people sing again the holy name. I will destroy all of you. And Srivas Thakur started worshipping Narsingadev. And he left. Chand Kazi with his soldiers left by the side of Ganga. And Nimai Pandit was coming from that side of taking bath. They just crossed each other. Nimai saw him and Chand Kazi saw him and they went away. And Chand Kazi went to his house on this side. See, that is where Nimai Pandit's Yogpit is there. Next to that is Srivasangan, Chaitanya Mat, and we have come ahead to this place. So on this side, about a kilometer ahead, there is the bungalow of Chand Kazi. Used to be. He came there and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Srivas Pandit's house. Srivas Pandit was worshipping Narsingadev, not because he was fearful. He was worrying about devotees, that devotees will be harmed. To protect devotees, he was worshipping. And Lord said, Srivas, don't worry. Nothing is there to worry. When I am there, I will take care of Chand Kazi. Nothing will happen to devotees. Today evening, call all the devotees from all the villages of Navadvip Dham. And in the evening before twilight, they should bring torch lights. In front of the house of Srivas, should light the torch lights, mashal. And with thousands of people, will start our Harinaam Sankirtan on the road. Till that we were doing it in the house of Srivas. Today we will do it on the road. And in the procession we will go all the way from the house of Srivas to Chand Kazi's palace. And we will discuss with him. What is the meaning of discuss with him? Dekh lenge. So it's a big description. It's the first ever disobedience movement against the government for the righteous cause, not for the cause of selfishness or for atrocities. The big procession went to the house of Chand Kazi, and then Chand Kazi was hiding. He went from ground floor to third floor and he was hiding inside the room. And Lord Chaitanya was knocking and everybody was shouting from outside, kill the Qazi, kill the Qazi. Qazi was looking from the window first. He sent his soldiers, stop them, stop them. There were millions of people and there were few handfuls of soldiers with the swords. And they came in the crowd to stop them. Their beards went on fire. And they could not. Some of them were fearful, so they joined the Sankirtan through the swords away. Started chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Some of them joined, some of them ran away, some of them were beaten up by them. And with that, Qazi was looking on the window that this overwhelming crowd is coming. I don't know how to stop them. So many people are there. So he just hid himself. And then they reached. Mahaprabhu went and knocked the door. No response. Knocked the door. No response. He said, I am supposed to be socially your nephew. My Nanaji was good friend of yours. So this is how you welcome your nephew, by hiding in the room. Why didn't you open the door? I'm come as your guest. So you open the door. And they started discussion. Why do you stop my Sankirtan? So he was saying, whatever reason he was telling. But he said, in between, I want to tell you something. And he said, oh, your Nana was my good friend. So you are like my son only. So don't get angry with me, my son. Why are you so angry? Please cool down. We are very scared that they will kill him. People are so angry with him. Said yesterday night, the day I came from Srivasa's house after breaking the Mridanga, that same night I got a dream. And a big creature who had a face of a lion and body of a human being, who had big nails, was looking very horrible. He jumped on me. I was sleeping on my bed. He jumped on me. He pierced his fingers, nails in my shoulder. And he said, dare you disturb my devotees? Don't disturb my devotees. They are my devotees and I am their protector. If you again ever disturb my devotees, you will be dead along with all your community over here. None of you will be alive over here. Do you understand? Yes, my Lord. Yes, my Lord. And the Lord disappeared. So he is narrating the dream to Lord Chaitanya. Said that is Narasimhadev, by the way. He said, that day only I decided that I will not stop your Sankirtan. So he promised the Lord. Of course, a long discussion that took place between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Kazi. But Kazi said, nobody from my kingdom, from my Shasan, my government will disturb this Harinaam Sankirtan ever from now. We will in fact encourage that. And if anybody from my community or my government disturbs you, I will disown them. I will throw them out of the government. I will punish them. And I will assist you in your mission. Later on, by the preachings done by Lord Chaitanya, Kazi became a Hare Krishna devotee. He took initiation from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And one time, then he died. Then his samadhi is made near his palace on the way. And there is a big champa tree. Next to that is a big neem tree. So that tree is grown on its own on a samadhi of Chand Kazi. Talking aloud, talking millions of words about the friendship between Lord and Chand Kazi. So, after the discussion with Chand Kazi, the whole procession, the victorious procession, they came to Simantadvipa and they came to the house of Sridhar Kolavecha. So everybody surrounded and they sat there. So Sridhar Kolavecha's house also is called as Vishram Tala, because Lord Chaitanya took rest over there after this whole episode. And then Lord Chaitanya felt thirsty. And there was a beaten up copper pot at the door of Sridhar's house. That pot was beaten from all sides. And the Sridhar would go to answer nature call, Sridhar would take bath, Sridhar would drink water, all from that pot, because he was a poor man. And Lord Chaitanya said, I am thirsty, I want to drink water. So he took water and drank from that. And Sridhar came running and said, my Lord, don't touch this muchi impure item. This item is not befitting you, please. He said, no, this is the greatest treasure. He said, no, my Lord, I am a very poor man, don't tease me, don't ridicule me. He said, you are a very rich man. You always say, I am poor man, and you are bargaining with me, but you have a great treasure. One day I will expose you in front of everybody. And the Lord went. And then, when the time of Mahaprakash came, at that time suddenly Lord said, call Sridhar, get Sridhar over here. So by that time, no devotees in Gaur Leela, whoever there, for so many years with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu already has started Sankirtan movement. Mahaprabhu already made people mad. They were all drowning in the ocean of ecstasy of love, of Godhead. But they did not know the name called Sridhar. There's nobody called Sridhar in the group of devotees. So Mahaprabhu was in Bhagavad Avesh. in the mood of the Lord, Supreme Lord. So they asked him, my Lord, who is Sridhar? We don't know who is Sridhar. It's one very significant thing. If you are a great devotee, not necessarily that you should be known to everybody. Your greatness as a devotee is not proportionate to your fame. You don't have to be famous to become a great devotee. You can be most unknown devotee, but the greatest devotee, only one person needs to know, that is the Lord. Except the Lord, nobody needs to know that you are a devotee. You don't have to show to anybody, wherever you go, that you are a great devotee. The Lord knows within the heart who is a devotee, who is not a devotee. So you can imagine, today we all know this is the part of Chaitanya Charitamrita. But while Chaitanya Charitamrita was being enacted, that time nobody knew Sridhar till this point. Till the point of Mahaprakash Leela, 21 hours Leela, nobody knew Sridhar. So the Lord had to give them hint. He said, go to Simantadvipa, near the bank of Ganga. Because when the Lord was going every single day to argue and bargain with Sridhar, nobody knew where the Lord is. It was totally unknown. Only Sridhar and he knew what is happening every day morning. So you go there, and when you start hearing Hare Krishna Mahamantra, just follow the Hare Krishna Mahamantra sound. The sound will go on increasing and it will end. The search will end in a hut. That hut will have a roof which will have more holes than the roof. And you will find a person inside chanting the holy name of the Lord constantly, who will have a dhoti which will have more holes than cloth. That is my Sridhar. So the devotees were like running. This is how the GPS should be. No house number, no street name, nothing. Wherever the holy name is heard, that is where I live. That should be the address. And that's how they found Sridhar's house. They didn't know the photograph on WhatsApp, they didn't know phone number, they didn't know GPS, they didn't know have address, nothing, pin code, nothing. Only one clue, the holy name of the Lord. Imagine what a wonderful address. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, they told Sridhar, Sridhar, the Lord is calling you. And this briefly explained what's happening. He said, Lord is calling me? Again, Lord is calling you, Lord is calling me? And he fell unconscious. And they couldn't wake him up because it was a hurry. They had to take him to the Mahaprakash location. So in an unconscious state, they lifted Sridhar unconscious and brought him to the house of Srivas, where all of them waiting. Lord is waiting in Bhagavad Avesh to receive Sridhar. And the unconscious Sridhar was put at the feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Lord said, Sridhar, wake up, Sridhar. Sridhar woke up. And he saw, he could understand, that boy who was coming all the time to steal my banana leaves and banana flowers is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Why I was feeling so much ecstasy in arguing with him. And finally when he would steal everything, I would feel ultimate ecstasy. Today I understand the reason. This boy is none other than Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose name I am chanting every day, day and night. So the Lord reminded him, do you know, I told you one day, I will reveal the hidden treasure that you have. So then Lord showed him darshan of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sridhar fell unconscious again and again. And what happened next was most wonderful. The Lord said, Sridhar, I want to give benediction to you. Ask me, what do you want? I said, my Lord, I don't want anything. Lord said, I will give you Ashtasiddhis. Ashtasiddhis means you can, there are many siddhis, I will not go into that discussion. But you can have anything in the world by the power of Ashtasiddhis. There's one siddhi called as Prapti Siddhi. You can have any Prapti, you can achieve anything by that siddhi. First he said, I will give you lots of ornaments and wealth and everything. He said, what do I do with it? One line which really strikes me every time. He always kept on saying, what a disturbance. Wealth, money, ornaments, what a disturbance. And he said, I'll give you the whole kingdom of earth. I'll make you the king of the earth. So what will I do by becoming king of the earth? What a disturbance. Then he said Ashtasiddhi. Then he said Vaikuntha, I'll give you Nivas in Vaikuntha. So what will I do in Vaikuntha? I'm very happy over here. I'll take you back with me to Goloka Vrindavan. I said, what will I do in Goloka Vrindavan, my Lord? So, I'm not giving you exact description what all Lord offered him. Lord ran out of the offers. Whatever unlimited things Lord was offering, everything was sincerely being rejected by Sridhar. Then the Lord had nothing to offer because everything Sridhar said no. Then Sridhar came to, when Lord said, ask something, I want to give you something. And Lord appeared to be unhappy. Sridhar saw that unhappiness on the mind, on the face of the Lord. And Sridhar realized that now if I don't ask something, my Lord will be displeased. So I must ask now. Because if I remain adamant in rejecting everything what Lord is giving me, my Lord is going to be unhappy. And I don't want to make him unhappy. Every day he was stealing banana and going away. He was running happy. So today also to make him happy. So just to please the Lord, he said, I only one desire, my Lord. Birth after birth, I sell banana leaves, banana cups, banana flowers. And birth after birth you come and steal my banana cups and banana leaves. So whom did he ask for? Finally when he asked only for the Lord only. He didn't ask anything for himself. To such devotees who are not attracted to any prapti from the Lord offers himself, vikrunite. Lord sells himself, body, mind and words to such a devotee. And Lord is ready to be sold by that devotee also. When you ask something, the Lord is free of debt. Because you asked, he gave. But you don't ask anything, and the Lord wants to give you, and you don't take anything, then the Lord becomes indebted. So, don't ask things from the Lord. You become the property of the Lord. Let Lord become indebted to your love. And then the Lord is yours. When the Lord is yours, you don't have to ask anything from the Lord. Everything is yours. You inherit the kingdom of the Lord. When you don't ask anything from the Lord. So Sridhar represents that mood of having no desire. No desire means no desire. Anya abhilashita shunyam. That's why Lord was sold out to him. And the devotees came to know, when the dialogue was going on between the Lord and him, the great devotees like Advaita Acharya, Nityananda Prabhu were all watching. This is Sridhar. The Lord is offering him everything. The topmost thing also, he was offering, but he was rejecting. He was having no temptation, no attraction for any worldly things. So they were all glorifying Sridhar. So this is Sridhar. He lives over here. We have to beg to Sridhar, pray to him from here that we should develop that mood. When will that day be mine? When I'll have no desire in your service, my Lord. I'll have only desire to serve you eternally. I only desire to please you eternally. I don't want anything for myself. When that day will come, well, whatever we say, whatever we speak, there are so many desires hidden in our hearts. The Lord wants to fulfill them. But our real welfare doesn't remain there where our desires are getting fulfilled by the Lord. The Lord should be pleased. Sam siddhir haritoshanam. That is the only goal of our life. And even if we get displeased, in which Lord gets pleased, then we should desire for that. We should not desire that pleasure of the Lord where I am also pleased with the Lord. It's also a condition. Aslishyava padaratam pinastumam adarshanan marmahatam karotuva. You crush me, you embrace me, you kick me, you leave, take me away, or bring me close to you. Whatever you do is fine with me, but I will not leave you. Mat prana natastu sa eva naparaha. Mat prana. You will remain always mat prana. Always the Lord of my life. Sridhar, there used to be one pumpkin growing on his roof every day. So now everybody knew Sridhar. And after a few days, the Lord decided to take sannyas, and that very day came when Lord was about to leave. So that evening, from this spiritual intuition, Sridhar picked up that grown-up pumpkin. Some people say lauki, some people say pumpkin, doesn't matter. And he came to the house of Sachi Mata and he offered that pumpkin to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave that to his mother and he said, make lucky, the sweet item called pumpkin kheer. Huh? Have you made pumpkin kheer? You also can make pumpkin kheer with date paste if you don't want to use sugar, or you can make it candy sugar. You have to boil the grated pumpkin in milk with elaichi, go on stirring till the milk becomes thick, and then you add either jaggery or you add date paste soaked overnight, or you add candy sugar, and then you put some dry fruits. That is called as very famous pumpkin sugar of West Bengal. So Lord told his mother to make lucky. It is called lucky. So Sachi Mata made that with great devotion, and Lord ate that. On the day of his departure from home to take sannyas, he ate pumpkin kheer out of the pumpkin grown on the roof of Sridhar. You can imagine how fortunate Sridhar was, how much Lord loved him, how much indebted the Lord felt to him. So, one more information. Nilambar Chakravarti used to stay in this village when he was young. That's how he was well known and friendly to Chand Kazi also. Chand Kazi was Kamsa incarnate. Chand Kazi was Kamsa. And Nawab Hussain Shah was Jarasandha. So in this incarnation, Lord did not kill Kamsa as Chand Kazi. He made him into devotee. Lord did not kill Nawab Hussain, got him killed by Bhima in previous Yuga as Jarasandha. When Haridas Thakur came back from the river, not dead, he came back alive. At that time, Nawab Hussain fell down at his feet and became devotee, became the disciple of Haridas Thakur. So he also became devotee. That Qazi also was different Qazi. He also became devotee. This Qazi also became devotee. So this incarnation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not to kill any demon, but to kill the demoniac propensity in the heart of everybody. Because in Kali Yuga, the demons and the devotees, they stay in one heart. In Dwapar Yuga, they stay in one family. In Treta Yuga, they stay in different countries. In Satya Yuga, they live in different lokas. But in Kali Yuga, they live in one heart, demigods and demons. So the Lord does not kill the demons. He kills the demonic propensity and he enhances the devotional propensity to make them devotees. So everybody, patre, apatre, na dekhila, qualified or unqualified, na dekhila, sthane asthan, whether the place is appropriate or not, the Lord gives the mercy to everybody to become a devotee and to perfect our life. One last thing. You went to, all of you went to Chaitanya Math also? Yes. You are going now? Yes. Yeah. Wow. I ended my lecture. Anyways, so when you go to Chaitanya Math, just beyond Chaitanya Math there is Sham Kund. Thakur Bhaktisiddhanta made Sham Kund there. Thakur Bhaktisiddhanta made Radha Kund over there. And also revealed Govardhan mountain there. So the Govardhan mountain, which takes about 8 to 10 hours to go around Parikrama, takes about 30 seconds there. With enhanced benefit than walking for 8 to 10 hours in the hot sun in Vrindavan. Everything that is available everywhere else in the world in the holy places is first magnified and is available very easily in Gauranga Mahaprabhu's Dham. That is Gauranga Mahaprabhu's special mercy. One is easily available and then it is magnified. So the austerity that you have to go through is much lesser, but the benefit that you receive by doing the austerity is multiplied by millions of times. So Radha Kund, Sham Kund and Viri Govardhan are revealed over there. Thakur Bhaktisiddhanta established second Samadhi of his Guru. First Samadhi he made in Kolavecha, but then he came to know about the changing path of Ganga. So he removed the body of his Gurudev, Gaura Kishordas Babaji Maharaj, and brought it to this particular side of the Navadvip in Antardvipa. in his own mutt called Chaitanya Mutt and re-established Samadhi. Also when he left, his Samadhi is made in the same place. His body is laying there. Thakur Bhakti Siddhanji, beyond Sham Kund, there is a place called Ballala Dighi. Ballala Dighi is a place where Prithu Maharaj came. And Prithu Maharaj, when he came in his Bhagavatam pastime, you must have read, he was leveling the earth. But when he came to this place, in the process of leveling the earth, he saw brilliant effulgent light coming from each morsel of dust from here. So he stopped leveling and he got the dream. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to dream of Prithu Maharaj. And he told him that this is my holy place where I am going to appear in Kali Yuga, which is far from now. I will perform my loving pastimes and distribute love of Godhead over here. So for now you don't tell the truth to anybody. Just develop a pond here in the memory of my dialogue with you. So Prithu Maharaj woke up from his dream and made a beautiful pond called Prithu Kunda, which is there. And then when actually Kali Yuga came, there was a king called Lakshmana Sen. He expanded that pond and gave it name as Ballala Dighi after his father Ballala Sen. Ballala Sen was king, his son was Lakshman. He expanded that Prithu Kunda and gave it his father's name. That Ballala Sen, he has his palace next to Chand Kadi's palace and the Samadhi. Now it's in a very dilapidated condition, but that is where Ballala Sen lived. At the same time, Chaitanya Mutt has deities of Gandharvika Giridhari. Some say it was established by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati himself established that. And some say they are deities of Chandrasekhar Acharya. Because Chaitanya Mutt is also called as Chandrasekhar Bhavan. Chandrasekhar was uncle of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chandrasekhar's wife was sister of Sachi Mata. Malati Devi and Sachi Mata were real sisters. Chandrasekhar Acharya was a very, very dear uncle of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Right from the time Mahaprabhu started walking, Chandrasekhar was taking care of Mahaprabhu. When Jagannath Mishra left his body, Chandrasekhar Acharya took full charge of the family of Jagannath Mishra. That is Sachi Mata, Vishnu Priya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gaurang Mahaprabhu. From small age, Chandrasekhar took care of baby Nimai Pandit. And he was a person, in his house, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed drama festival. And Buddhimanta Khan provided the ornaments and the stage and the expenses, sponsored the whole drama festival. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu acted as Rukmini first. He acted so well, and suddenly on his own, out of script, he accepted the form of Rukmini. First he did role of Lakshmi Devi very excellently. And then he switched over to Rukmini and expressed his heart as Rukmini, how he was feeling, how she was feeling when she was waiting eagerly for Krishna to come and send letter with the Brahmana, and how eager she was anticipating Krishna's arrival. And suddenly he switched over to Radharani's mood and expressed his heart as Radharani. And Sachi Mata was sitting in the front row in the VIP seat. But she was crying like anything. She said, "Who is this girl who is playing Rukmini and Radharani?" Chandrasekhar said, "He is your son." She couldn't believe. And he actually came, removed his makeup, and he realized he is my Nimai. He acted so well. He said devotees were overwhelming, shedding tears, experiencing devotional ecstasy of love. Such dramas used to take place regularly in the house of Chandrasekhar. Chandrasekhar was the first person amongst the five, whom Lord revealed that he is going to take sannyas. The Lord, he was convinced, he was trying to convince him not to take sannyas. But then he said, "I have to go." Then after that, crying and everything, he told him only, "Go and arrange for my sannyas in Katwa." So Chandrasekhar went in Katwa and arranged everything for sannyas of the Lord. After sannyas, Chandrasekhar fell unconscious. He couldn't see the Lord's face without beautiful hair. And Lord told him only, "Go and announce everybody in Navadvip that I have taken sannyas." Such difficult service, not easy service. You think it's a privilege, but for him it was a great pain. First to hear the news, then arrange for that, then to see him, and then to go and announce everybody. So Chandrasekhar Acharya is a great devotee of the Lord. So, Sri Vrindavan Dham and Navadvip Dham are not different. Jagannath Puri is not different. So we are in Jagannath Puri also and Navadvip also. And there when we go, you are in Vrindavan also and in Navadvip also. So we have to understand that it's an aparadh to consider Jagannath Puri, Navadvip and Vrindavan different. They are different in mood, but in effectivity they are all same kingdoms of God revealed on earth for the benefit of all of us. So this particular Devi, Parvati Devi, is called Simanti Devi. So this is a kunda called Simantini Kunda, the kund of Simantini Devi. And the Devi which is there sitting on the lotus position is Simanti Devi, who is Parvati Devi meditating, worshipping the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hiranyakashipu, in which yuga he was? Hiranyaksha, which yuga? Every yuga there are demons, because this is material world. Whichever yuga you are here, demons and devotees always there. But in Satya Yuga, different planets. Next Yuga, in the same planet, different countries. Next Yuga, in the same house, in same family. And today's Yuga, this is the place where both of them live together. Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna.